What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm really enjoying saying that. But y'all, it is Women's History Month. We are here to celebrate women, celebrate high achieving Christian women who are out here conquering the world in their businesses. Y'all being all that and a bag of chips. Y'all heard me say it. All that and a bag of chips. They are out here just doing the doggone thing. They are cleaning up in these streets, showing you their greatness. And now they are here to share about what they're doing, but most of all, how they can help you. But I really want you to know, I want you to make sure that you catch every interview during the series, because I promise you, who you need to solve your problems is going to be in this mix. I don't know who it's going to be because I don't know your problem, but you know what you know what issue you need to get solved. And I promise you, somebody here is going to be able to help you. So let's just jump right on in for our next interview and our next business spotlight. Hello, Dr. Yvette. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, let's get it started.
Yep, you know how we do. You know how
Yes,
we
let's
do.
go. Let's go.
So let's just go ahead and jump right in. I want you to tell the people who you are, what you do, but most of all, why do you do what you do?
All right. Well, I am Dr. Yvette Harris, also known as the Legacy Doctor. I am a consultant, I'm a coach, I'm a trainer and speaker, and I do a lot of that in each day of what I do. And I work in the areas of leadership, education, and workforce development. I know who my audience is. I work with BIPOC women. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with that term, that's Black, Indigenous, and people of color. And I have the amazing opportunity to do my work in the field that I love with the people that I love, and most importantly, in a slightly different way than a lot of what you see on social media. My why is all about, as I said, I'm the legacy doctor, and it's all about legacy. First entrepreneur in my life was my late mother, and I do this every single day for my mom and in honor of her and her legacy, and now in honor of my dad and his legacy. So it's all about legacy for me. That's my why. That's what God called me to, and that's what I walk in.
I love it. I love it. I love it because so many times we don't think about legacy, or a lot of times we hear, oh, she's a living legacy, he's a living legacy. But what does that really mean? What does legacy really mean?
Exactly. So legacy, you hear a lot about legacy after a person transitions. But we are establishing a legacy every day of our lives. And so for me, legacy means walking in integrity. Legacy means walking in those core values for your life and for your business, because that is what you are looking to establish for the current, the people that you're serving, and the next generation. So legacy for me is walking in who you are, who God has called you to be, and doing it while you are on the earth, so that when you're here and when you're walking, people can say, yeah, she's doing it. She's doing it now. She's not waiting for a plaque or some flowers after she leaves here.
I love it. I love it. So the other piece that I wanted to ask you about, how did you choose your ideal client? Because you said something that most people they don't identify with the indigenous or with a certain population. So how did you know that that was a population that you were called to?
So it was easy. It's who I am. It's who I gravitate towards. It's who I know that I can help because I can identify with them and they can identify with me. There was no need for me to go outside of who I am to work with other people, because nothing wrong with them, nothing wrong with me. But I want I want my clients to be able to feel comfortable. I want my clients to not have to code switch. That's an educational term, where you have to use one set of language or one set of words while you're at work or whatever, and then another set after 5 o'clock. Y'all know how you do. You go to work, good morning, how are you? And then when you leave work, hey, what's going on? I want the people that I serve to be like that with me all day, because that's their true authentic self. And so it was easy.
I love it because so many times when we talk about code switching, we don't. Yeah, that is a sometimes can be a dangerous area because you think that you switch in one way to be with another group, and then you realize you done switched to the wrong switch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It it is it you are absolutely right, Deborah. I needed to make sure that I could be not just Dr. Yvette Harris, the legacy doctor, but when I wake up in the morning, I'm Yvette. I'm just Yvette. And I need to be able to do what I do as Yvette through the education and experiences that I've attained to become Dr. Yvette, but to be able to allow my clients to feel comfortable and say, yeah, that Dr. Yvette, she doesn't wear her title on her shoulder. She earned it, but I still feel comfortable and I still feel safe in her presence.
I love it. I love it. So, exactly what type of services do you offer in this space? Because even though we're talking about legacy, how do you help me to, or help someone in our audience to get to even identifying what that's going to look like? How do I even get there?
You know, is part of your is part of my answer to your last question. You got to talk to God and find out what your assignment is. And when you find out what your assignment is, you'll have a clear understanding of who you're going to serve, how you're going to serve them, and what you are supposed to be doing. For me, working with that population, I do it and then I narrow down my areas. Like I said, education, leadership, and workforce development. So the populations of BIPOC women that I serve are female veterans. Why? Because I'm a whole female veteran. There are people that are in the reentry space. Why? Because were it not for the grace of God and some other things, I would be in that space, but being the child of a law enforcement officer, I understand how that reentry space navigates in and out and some of the fair and unfair things that happen in that reentry space. And because I work with workforce development and have been doing it for over 30 years and my experience in the military, I understand some of the needs of these marginalized populations, what they're not getting in the systems, foster care, juvenile justice, social services. I understand because I've worked in these systems what they need to be successful. So, in so much as these women are women of color, now they're in these systems and they've been in these places and spaces, and so I help them through my coaching, through my training, and I work with organizations and consult with them to be able to better serve them.
Okay, so what are some things that you do for them? You say that you help them with the reentry and then with female veterans. So what does that really look like? Because if I'm a female veteran and you're telling me that you're helping with legacy and reentry, what does that really look like? Because I might not know that I even need your services. How do I know that I really need to reach out to you because you can help me just get to that next level or even to navigate through some things?
Okay, so I'm gonna use a female veteran as an example. Too often when people exit the military, whether they separate because they're done with their enlistment or they retire, they don't know how to navigate in this civilian world because all of the skills that they learned in the military, when they come out into the civilian world, they are highly devalued. And so I need to help them translate what they did in the military to what really goes on out here in this civilian world so they can earn what they deserve, to raise their level of confidence, to help them understand how to transition, because it is truly a transition from the military to the civilian world. For that individual that's been incarcerated, again, they went in and there was one part of technology and they may have had a resume, but they did some jobs on the inside and now they're outside and they need to transition those skills. So financial literacy, putting together your resume, time management, because in the military you didn't have to manage your time, the military managed your time for you. In jail or prison you don't have to manage your time, it's managed for you in systems. And so helping you with those not soft skills, essential skills that you need to be able to properly navigate through life, that is what I do. And in the midst of that, helping you build your confidence as the queen that's on the inside of you, and helping you to see her and bring her out.
I love it because you said something that I like to jump out of my skin, because so many times we do put essential skills in that same box as soft skills, because even though I may not have been incarcerated, I may not have been in the military, I still may not have those essential skills because somebody could have did it for me, or that's just not in me to do it, and I'm wondering why I have not seen the success that I want to see. So what are some of those what are some of those real essential skills? I get the scheduling, um using now you wait a minute, let me back all the way up, because you also said something too. If I've been incarcerated and I did a job or I did something, I can put that on my resume as well.
Yes, ma'am. I help those in the reentry space create a resume based on the jobs and the actual tasks that they did in the military. Yes, we do that. We help them create a cover letter and package them. And there are a whole bunch of companies out here in this good old US of A that have what are called felony friendly jobs. And so I help them package themselves. So when you talk about other things, so yes, I talked about the time management, but how many of you have a good sleep hygiene routine? Mm, yes, I help you get a good sleep hygiene routine. We help with nutrition because I'm not here to tell you to be vegan, but there's just some things that you didn't get and you just don't know and don't even think about. So let's talk about some nutrition basics. Let's talk about managing your home. Let's talk about managing yourself. Let's talk about affirmations and affirming yourself. Those kinds of things and skills that I call essential, that people call soft or not even thinking about, those are the things that I'm helping women with.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because at the end of the day, you are really coming in and helping me to become whole. I've
Yes.
been basically operating in fragments and operating in that order situation, because and now I got to start doing it on my own, but now I get to create my order, and I love that. I begin to be independent. I be able to be who I know God has truly called me to be. That's just awesome. That's just awesome. And with having those skills to put those things together. Now, I got one last question for you, and I know that we can ready to have fun with this one. When you hear Church Girl CEO, what does that mean to you?
You know what? Church Girl CEO, it is fun, it is engaging, and I can say all that because it is a place and a space where Coach Deborah Franklin walks and talks and utilizes the fruit of the Spirit to help women become the best CEOs that they can by putting God first. But guess what? We having a whole lot of fun in the process. So if you're looking for something watered down, sad, and that 24 hours a day, all we do is pray. No, we at the table getting work done, but we putting God first and leaning on his wisdom in the process.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, go ahead and share with the people how they can contact you, how they can work with you, how they can just set themselves up to, to elevate to that next level of greatness.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, I have a free right now a free Facebook group, Empowered Grace. Grace is my acronym: gratitude, resilience, or restoration. affirming and consistent empowerment. So you can join that free Facebook group. I don't sell, I just serve. And we have another group coming up soon, the Legacy Center. But also you can reach me at on IG at legacy.7 and on Facebook as Yvette Harris. You can also email me at yharris, Harris, for I'm sorry, yharris at EDR, the number 4, the letter U.com. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, y'all, it's been fun. Y'all know how we do it. Y'all know how we handle it. It's been fun. It's been real, but we gotta go. Y'all have a great one. And I love you to life. And guess what? Ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a good one. Peace.